Well, the U.S. is right around 6 million confirmed cases. It just passed that mark officially yesterday. And health officials say some Midwestern states like Iowa, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota are all seeing new single-day highs for new cases. That's the bad news. The good news is when you look at the United States as a whole, we clearly have passed another peak. According to the Johns Hopkins coronavirus tracker, the U.S. hit a single-day high for new cases with over 77,000 on July 16th. But since then, it's been a steady trend downward. Daily new deaths, which tends to lag by a few weeks, also may have peaked recently. There's more good news. The safety precautions that can protect against the coronavirus appear to also be blunting the seasonal flu.
Clearly in the Southern Hemisphere, they've seen their flu season start up and then sort of peter out, largely because the important mitigation steps of wearing face coverings or masks, social distancing, washing your hands, being smart about crowds.
Although, according to an infectious disease specialist at St. Francis Hospital, the yearly flu shot is still going to be crucial, maybe especially so should COVID-19 start clogging up hospitals again in the fall.
To be dealing with two potential pandemics, or the COVID-19 pandemic and then potentially a significant rise in flu, it's critical for patients to go out and get their flu vaccine.
Back to COVID-19. While the U.S. is back on the downswing, India's outbreak is still gaining steam, with more than 85,000 deaths in one day last week. That's more than the U.S. has ever had. Worse still, doctors say a stigma surrounding the virus is causing people there to not get tested.
If one person is found to be positive, then the other 6 in his house are also positive. But when that one person goes out in society and finds out that people are almost treating him as untouchable, then others don't get tested due to fear of similar treatment.
Well, currently, India has the third most confirmed coronavirus cases in the world, behind the U.S., of course, but then Brazil. But Brazil also appears to have just passed a peak recently, while India's is still ramping up. And given the huge population of that country, it certainly could be the case that it passes Brazil sometime soon and might even pass the U.S. at some point in the future.